Why am I having a hard time pulling up the RKDA symbol? Almost seems like my internet has slowed down on this one computer. Hmm. Um, but yeah, RKDA and LBCC, we can keep an eye on both of those. PTI, I'm not as into that one just because it was so difficult yesterday for me. So there's the bell. You can see RKDA popped up to a high of $60. Oh my god. Again, though, buying breakouts is going to be really risky on this one. So for right now, I just leave it alone. The high is 63. Wait for LBCC opening a little bit on the lower side.
HSGX.
RKDA, $66. But, you know, just look how fast it went from 66 to 61.
BLNKW.
LBCC, the high of the opening candle is 360, so it's a possible 1 minute opening range breakout over 360.
LBCC.
I'm long LBCC at 360. I'm having a little bit of a lag on my orders for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. I know what's going on. It's my internet's slow or something. So LBCC, we'll see what this does. Get back over the $0.50. CHFS on the scanners. Long CHFS off the scanners at 55. That pre-market high is 73 on CHFS, so that's the level that I'm watching, a break of 73. On LBCC, I stopped out, only $169 of profit on that. Sold CHFS for now. Small profit on that one. It's double tapping kind of the pre-market high. Can always get back in, but I see a seller at 70. So small wins, only up $286 on those two trades. RKDA, that's almost a 10-point drop off the highs.
KPTI.
CHFS, so far not holding up really well. LBCC not holding up well either.
ISNS, 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 ISNS.
ISNS looks like a 5-cent tick stock, so I'd leave that one alone.
ISNS.
The trades on that.
ISNS, VXRT. ISNS. SMRT. ISNS. SMRT. ISNS. SMRT. 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 Atom. ISNS. ISNS. HNRG.
All right, let's see. Setting up my time lapse for the sunrise. We're gonna get a good one today. Looks really nice out there. RKDA, not a long setup for me down there. ISNS, 5-cent tick, not interested.
SMRT.
Yeah, I have just the audio today, just so hopefully the
SMRT. SMRT. SMRT.
feed is
SMRT.
better. SMRT 1.31 million share
SMRT.
float seems a little
SMRT.
high.
SMRT.
YTEN down 50
SMRT.
cents
SMRT.
off the
SMRT.
highs, weak.
SMRT. ZX. OPHC.
You can see a couple stocks hitting the scans, but
ZX.
an LBCC, yeah, it is a 5-minute flag. High of day was 70,
SMRT.
exactly at 70.
SMRT.
So it's like,
SMRT. SMRT.
yeah, there might be something there.
SMRT. SMRT. SMRT.
Volume is still kind of light on it,
SMRT,
but
SMRT,
could watch it back over the $0.50.
MBVX,
Okay, I'm long at 50 on LBCC.
SMRT,
I want to see if it breaks over 60 and then goes to the
SMRT.
highs.
SMRT, SMRT,
I tried to take 5,000 shares, but I only filled 2,500. There's 68,
OPHC.
69. Sold partial at 68. I'll stop. I guess break even on the rest. If it gets above 70, I'll add back what I sold.
SMRT, 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 OPHC, SMRT, 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 SMRT.
Still holding 157 shares, trying to sell, but just trying to scale out.
DXR.
For whatever
DXR,
reason, this one
DXR.
isn't.
MBVX,
It's just not really a big mover.
DXR, DXR, DXR. DXR, DXR. SMRT, 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 SMRT.
I'm surprised on Smart
SMRT.
SMRT.
SMRT,
They definitely didn't expect that one to go up that much.
SMRT.
So the high right now is 222.
SMRT.
I'd start to watch it for possible. I'm surprised it's not gotten halted, but possible scalps.
SGY Plus.
I'm out of the rest of LBCC, so $200 or yeah, $202 total profit on LBCC.
SGY
Watch
Plus.
Smart for the first 1 minute pullback. SMRT.
OPHC. DXR. 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 DXR.
DXR continuing higher. A little bit of a scalp there. You can watch it on a pullback. So the high of the last 1 minute candle on Smart, I'm long Smart at 205 for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So that's going to be for a break over 215.
DXR.
And then we want to see 215 break and back to high of day. There's 217, 218, 219.
IMH.
Sold all except for 1,000 shares that I'll hold with the 206 stop. $646 realized profit. Stop is now going to be 210. When I put a stop, I just start watching the bid instead of the ask. All right, it's sold at 213 and 210. So that was a $700 winner there.
SMRT.
Well,
SMRT.
hindsight's 2020. I mean,
SMRT.
that's annoying, but it did come down and tap the 10 spot.
SMRT. SGY Plus.
But it puts me up over $1,000 on the day, so that's good. Green is good.
SGY Plus. DFBG.
I was worried about it double topping at 25, so when we started seeing that resistance at 16 and 17, I was kind of thinking, well, maybe it's better just to book the profit. Wow, John, that's awesome. Good job. All right, Peter, enjoy the day. DXR, I'm not sure if this one's, I mean, it's kind of like from 6 to 12 yesterday, today. High of day today is 10:48. There might be something on that one.
ZSAN. Ears.
Smart, I'll probably wait on a 5-minute setup now.
FV. BIOC.
So DXR kind of pop and drop. So 4 trades today, 4 winners, all kind of small, but another $1,000. It's good. Yeah, SMRT will start to look like a 5-minute setup. I'm surprised it didn't get halted, but I guess for whatever reason it didn't move enough. I don't know. I think at this point, we're halfway through the month. I'm sitting at about $14,000 of profit, and it's been a grind because I only had one $4,000 day, and the rest of the days have been kind of small winners. So, all right, I guess I had two $4,000 days, and then the rest of the days have been small winners. So, at this point, I'm okay with just continuing to grind on $1,000 days, and then if I do get that lucky setup here and there that gives me that $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 winner, Those ones will give me, a little bit of a bigger cushion on the month, maybe closer to 30,000. Yeah, for the month. So SMRT, high of the last 5-minute candles, 213, but you've got a 25,000 share seller at 208 right now. We could try it. Okay, I'll take a stab at 208, long at 208, and I want to see this break. See what this says here. False breakout. Stopped out. $2.
RXII.
It's just a little too thickly traded.
RXII.
So that's the first loss of the day. Yeah, referring to SMRT. PTI. Yeah, I see that. Maybe starting to do a little red to green move. So high day on PTI was 860, so it's a little off those highs. 5.7 million shares of volume right now. Yeah, I would watch SMRT if it gets above maybe the 215 spot, 217.
BTX Plus.
I would wait for the end of this 5-minute candle.
CYRXW.
Smart just selling off right now a little bit, coming down to the 9 moving average. PTI, not looking that great. DXR, kind of sloppy. I mean, you've got the first 5-minute candle to make a new high, but not in a very clean way because I would have preferred waiting for that 5-minute candle to close. Because the high of that candle was 74, so that means you're a buyer way up here at 74. Well, it was just at 38, so you're buying a little high. So the high there was 16, 17. Could watch for scalps. High of day is 48, so wait on a pullback though.
DXR, 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 DXR.
So, this might be a good one for us today to keep a close eye on. But entries are going to be a little tricky, it looks like. Yeah, DXR is a 1-minute pullback here. The high, of course, is 1080. The low of the pullback is $10. So you've got a lot of range there. But I watched around the $0.50. So it's just a little weak right now. I wouldn't want to see it break below 10. Above 1045, 1050, a possible scalp for move to 11, a retest of the highs. Sellers there at 10, 96, 93, 85, 75. So now it's pretty ugly on the Yeah, DXR, a little bit of a false breakout there. You can still watch around 1050 and 1080. Since it's in the same price range as RKDA, when it started to open up, it might get a little bit more sympathy momentum than some of the others. So again, probably $50 worth watching. 1040, 1050, 1060. RXII on the scanners, but that one doesn't seem like it's moving too quickly right now. Okay, I'm long at 40 on DXR for a scalp through high of day. So target on this is a high of day, and I would put an order at 1080 on DXR to add.
DXR.
So 1080
DXR,
is an add
DXR,
spot.
DXR, DXR.
Just added it
DXR.
for a break of 11. So over
DXR,
11, I'm going to add
DXR.
again. See what this does here.
DXR, DXR.
Big spreads make it a little bit harder to manage risk.
DXR. DXR, DXR, RXII, ALPN, ALPN, lens.
Stop now is at 11. I won't stop out now unless it breaks below 11. This one, because it's shortable in light speed, I have to be a little careful. I accidentally took a small short and had to cover it, and then
RXII.
usually my orders would get rejected if I cross, but since it is shortable, they don't.
Delt.
So the high now is 1140. So over 1140, 1150 is another possible add. There's a 15,000 share seller at 1150. If that guy moves, I would probably add there.
DXR, DXR.
Just
DXR.
added at 1150 for the high day break.
DXR, DXR.
Little scalp there.
Lelu. DXR, Lelu. DXR. Lelu.
Stopped out of DXR for $2,155 profit. So that's pretty good for right now. Can always get back in. It's a nice move from 1050 to 1150. LEU I see on the scans with a high of 25. Only 80,000 shares of volume right now. It's kind of light. DXR has a high of 1175. DXR I was scalping with 1,500 shares being my size. my starter size. High is 75. This technically is a 1 minute micro pullback. I just don't know if it's going to be safe to buy over 75, but maybe a scalp with 1,000 shares, smaller size. See if it goes parabolic like RKDA did. Okay, I'm long at 70 on DXR for a scalp over the highs.
DXR.
I want to see if it breaks over 12 bucks. And you know, this is an interesting thing also with entries near high of day. A challenge for us is that as soon as you're up 20 cents, there's that instinct to start to take profit because you know you bought it on the high side. And it makes it a little bit more difficult to get yourself into a position where you can just hold and trail it.
DXR. DXR. DXR.
So now
DXR.
you've got 12.20 on the ask. I guess I would probably say at this point, I'm just going to keep my stop at break even.
DXR.
I'm up $3,000 on the day
DXR.
with
DXR.
a stop now at break even. So if it goes to 1167, I'll get out. If I can get an opportunity to add, I will add. Maybe if I add at 13, that would put my new average at like 1225 or something like that. So, you know, yeah, right now with 1,000 shares, I've got another $500 of profit. On the other hand, if this does squeeze the way RKDA squeezed yesterday, we could see $20 today. So maybe I should just hold this 1,000 shares with a stop at break even. So we've got 1250 on the ask. My average is 1267. So there's 1267. Now I've got a full dollar per share. It's starting to open up a little bit more. Volume is increasing. The next good 1 minute pullback, I'll add, and then I'll adjust my stop to my new cost average.
AQB. AQB.
High is 84 right now. So, you know, this is the range that we should expect with this type of stock, that we could have these types of drops. And I'm just going to hold again with my stop at break even. So this might be a 1 minute pullback with a high of 59. So if I added at 59, my new cost basis would be like 1217. And since this dipped all the way to 1184, that stop could be too tight.
AQB. AQB.
High is 1284. Right now on DXR, I'm just
AQB.
waiting for an opportunity to add. I see this AQB on the scanners. Wait for maybe a cleaner setup on it.
IFON. IFON. KBSF. KBSF.
The thing on DXR, you're seeing some bigger sellers on the ask on this one, which is a little concerning, like a 50,000 share seller at 99. I'm thinking that's maybe someone who's getting upside down on it, but someone's pushing it down, so I stopped out of my 1,000 shares. So finish up $3,000 on the day right now. Can watch the next 5-minute setup on DXR. So it's interesting that those sellers just cleared out. That's a little annoying.
DLPN.
A little bummed out that I stopped out on the low on that pullback. Like literally, I stopped out at 75. The low was 75. Oh well. Is that playing? Is it because it's so loud? It must be picking that through my headset, because I'm wearing a headset.
AQB, AQB.
AQB, scanners. This one is kind of tricky because it's
AQB.
it's like a little whippy.
RXII, RXII.
Thank
RXII. RXII.
RXII. So that was a nice 5-minute setup on RXII. Hopefully some of you guys hit that. Now it's tapping the 200 moving average. DXR probably back over 1250 is a spot to watch. It's a good 1-minute setup. The 5 minutes pretty extended though, so you'd have to go real fast on it. Have your hotkey ready to sell on the ask, that type of thing. RXII, high of day is 74, high of the last candle 68. That's also a 1-minute pullback, which is worth watching. I'm long RXII for a high of day break. Want to see if RXII gets up into the
RXII.
80s. There's 83. There's 97. Nice. See, now this one's different because I'm not going to be able to just put my stop and just trail it the way I was with the other one. This is a very different setup. But what I would do is over $6 I would add. Just add it at 6 for the break of $6.
RXII.
See what this does up here. So you got that clean break on that 1-minute pullback. Stopped out of RXII for $1,000 profit. AQB is on watch over the $0.50. I'm long AQB at the $0.50 for a $0.50 break. This one's off the scans. AQB I would add at 55.
AQB, AQB.
So added at 58 on AQB for a high-day scalp. Seeing nice Momo on this one.
AQB.
So AQB, little consolidation here,
MTP,
64 on the ask.
MTP.
Stopped out of AQB for $650. So I'm now at $4,754 on the day. Stacking up a little bit more profit here.
MTP.
It was a $0.50 entry. So that was basically just going in at a $0.50 on AQB because I was seeing,
MTP.
I thought I was seeing more volume
MTP.
coming in, and given the strength that we just saw in RXII, find my mouse here. It is. I thought the $0.50 break would get probably some more buyers as it started to open up a little bit more. So a little consolidation there at 45. So that was the setup. Yeah, so Steve, you got to cancel your orders. I accidentally shorted like 1,000 shares of DXR because of that same thing. And that can happen with a real trading platform too. It's not just the simulator. If you put out more orders than you have shares for, you'll go short. So you got to make sure you press Control Q, cancel order.
MTP, MTP.
AQB holding, see it kind of washed out there down to 30, and then it came right back up. So it's nice to see that strength. RXII has a high of 615. So 615, buying high a day on either of these, I think it's too risky for me right now, but look at DXR. Yeah, let's see if maybe it taps the 9 moving average. Yeah, I see RKDA, but I think I'd leave that one alone for myself. AQB and RXII both kind of flagging a little bit. I think giving them more time would probably be better. We are at the end of the first hour here, so see what AQB does at 65. It's a tempting spot, but I think because the problem is I'm looking at it and I see a setup on the 1 minute for an entry at 65, right? But then on the 5 minute, I don't see an entry because it's too extended. DXR, the high of the last 5 minute candle was 1230.